We all learn the basics, right? Stop signs, speed limits, the obvious stuff. But there's this whole other language the road is speaking, and that is the real key to mastering the space around your car. So today, let's decode that language together. Seriously, what if its design, its markings, and just the way it flows are all telling you a story? A story about where the danger is and where you can find safety. Because once you understand this message, it changes everything. It's the difference between just following the rules and becoming a truly defensive driver. And to really get why this matters so much, we have to start with one pretty sobering number. 1.35 million. Just let that sink in for a second. That's how many lives are lost on the world's roads. And that's not a one-time thing. According to the World Health Organization, that happens every single year. It's a global crisis. In fact, for anyone between the ages of 5 and 29, road crashes are the #1 cause of death. Think about that. Now, here's where it gets really telling. A massive 93% of these deaths, they happen in low and middle income countries. But get this, those countries only have about 60% of the world's vehicles. That single fact tells you almost everything you need to know about how critical road design and infrastructure really are. Okay, so let's dive in and decode some of these hidden traps. We're going to look at the types of roads that are just inherently dangerous, often in ways you might not even realize. And to understand these traps, you just need to know this one key term, a conflict point. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's any spot where your path could cross somebody else's. A simple four-way intersection can have dozens of them. The more conflict points you have, the higher the odds of a crash. It's that simple, really. It's just geometry. And when you look at it this way, you can see how each type of road kind of sets its own unique trap. You've got the deceptive familiarity of a rural road, where you get comfortable right before a sudden hazard, or the just pure mathematical chaos of an intersection. The danger is literally built right into the design. Okay, so that's all pretty grim, but it leads to a really powerful question, doesn't it? If we can design roads that are traps, well, can we design them for survival too? And the answer is a huge, resounding yes. So now let's flip the script and look at the solutions, the really clever engineering and design ideas that are literally building danger out of our roads. And there is no better example of this than the modern roundabouts. I mean, a traditional intersection is just packed with those dangerous 90-degree conflict points. That's where you get those awful T-bone crashes. But a roundabout, it's genius. It forces everyone to slow down and move in the same direction, which almost completely eliminates T-bone collisions. It turns what could have been a horrific crash into a much less severe glancing blow. And this quote right here, it gets to the absolute heart of this new philosophy. It's a total shift in mindset. Look, stopping every single crash might be impossible. But what we can absolutely do is design roads so that the crashes that do happen are survivable. And you see this philosophy in action on the world's safest roads, like Sweden's E4 highway. They've engineered safety right in. Things like divided lanes, which pretty much get rid of head-on collisions, and controlled on and off ramps for smoother merging. It's just proof that smart design really does save lives. Okay, so let's bring all of this back to you, to your car on your next drive. We're going to take these big ideas and boil them down into a simple, actionable playbook for one of the most high-stakes places we all drive, the highway. All right, the first critical moment is the merge. You've got to think of that on-ramp as your runway. Your #1 job is to get up to the speed of traffic before you even think about moving over. Then signal early, check your mirrors, and, this is the part people forget, do that final physical head check over your shoulder for the blind spot. Only then do you smoothly blend in. Now, once you're on that highway, there is one number that is more important than any other, and that number is 3. It stands for the 3-second rule. This is your absolute minimum safety buffer, and it's the best tool for managing the space in front of you. It's easy. On a clear day, watch the car ahead of you pass something like a sign or an overpass. You should be able to count 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000 before your car passes that same spot. But listen, that 3 seconds, that's just the starting point. You have to be constantly adapting. In heavy traffic, stretch it out to 4 or 5 seconds to give yourself some breathing room. In the rain, your stopping distance goes way up, so you need at least 6 seconds. And if there's snow or ice, you need a full 8, maybe even 10 seconds to be safe. Remember this, that space in front of you is your single greatest defense. So where does this all leave us? What's the big takeaway? Well, this is about so much more than just memorizing a few rules. It's about fundamentally changing how you see the road. It's about learning to drive with new eyes. At the end of the day, your awareness isn't just about you. It's a critical part of a huge interconnected system. Every single time you leave a safe following distance, or you check your blind spot, or you just stay patient for a few extra seconds, you're not just protecting yourself. You are actively making the road more predictable and therefore safer for absolutely everyone around you. So I'll leave you with this question. After everything we've just covered, what is the one single habit you're going to consciously practice on your very next drive? Is it the 3-second rule, the head check? Just deciding on that one thing, that's your first step to truly mastering the hidden language of the road.
Please like, subscribe, and get notified.